Who are you?
Whoever you want me to be.
Don't say I never gave you anything.
It's feeling epic.
3 words. 8 letters.
I remember everything.
Hello, and welcome back to Previously on Teen TV, where we are covering every episode of Season 3 of The Summer I Turned Pretty. I'm Teen TV fangirl, Jillian Benani, and joining me today is once again my husband, Tyler Branch, former reluctant The Summer I Turned Pretty watcher, and now he loves it. He's just as obsessed as we are. It's Tyler Branch.
I don't know if I'd say just as obsessed. I haven't made it to
the... I think we've converted you fully.
I'm having a great time. I'm enjoying watching the show. You do have to keep educating me, though, on things I forget along the way that I didn't realize were important. And like whenever the Taylor Swift song came out on then, you were telling me that's played before. When did that play?
God, I go, oh my God, it's the song from the 4th of July app. And you were like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, how do you not remember this? You just watched this not that long ago.
Wait, so which 4th of July app? Like
Season 1, when Belly and Conrad almost kiss, when Jeremiah comes in with the firework. A pivotal scene.
Okay.
Pivotal.
I mean, obviously I remember that scene. I forgot False God was playing.
You need to study it, remember it, put it into your brain. Basically, also, anytime a Taylor Swift song is on this show, it's a big deal.
It's
and we
meaningful.
we got the return.
Well, they play a lot. We've had a lot of Taylor Swift songs. I have to remember every one.
Not recently, though. We haven't had a Taylor song since episode 1 of this season. We got the return of Belly's POV in this app and the return of Taylor Swift. Huge, huge app.
You excited for the new album?
The Life of a Showgirl. I'm ready for it. 12 bangers. Bring it on. I mean, we are being fed this summer. We get more Taylor Swift. We're in the summer I Turned Pretty. It is just everything we love is happening right now, which is very exciting.
So, in the first time it plays, do you think that means Conrad was the false god at that point, and now Jeremiah's the false god? What does it mean? Do you know what it means?
I wouldn't say Jeremiah is any form of god. What are you talking about?
He's a cake god.
Yeah, that's true. What a foodie. He should really be a chef.
Loves oysters. Yeah, he's got specific taste. I feel like you'd have a fun night out eating with him.
I noticed too in this up, Belly was saying to the wedding planner as she was doing the tour, she goes, well, Jeremiah will be there for the tasting. And I was like, of course this guy is going to be there for the food portion of this.
He'll be at the tasting with thoughts.
Yeah, he's going to have some notes, that's for sure.
Babe, what a scene, though, when Taylor Swift returned there at the end. You were once again shrieking.
I mean, that scene
I hadn't heard you shriek like that since Peaches.
That scene made the entire ep. We have had 2 banger eps now, back to back. Insane Belly Conrad scenes. And it was exciting getting, obviously, last week, we got a few scenes in Conrad's POV. The Peaches was very pivotal. And then we get Belly's POV cleaning up his cut from surfing. And that scene, I mean, I just think that this is like a scene that will go down in like teen drama history. It's going to be a scene that we go back to all the time because it was so well executed.
A Mount Rushmore scene, if you will.
I think it was. The way that they were looking at each other, his wet hair, the way the 2 drops came down. Then we had the heartbeats at first. You heard heartbeats, and then we go into False God.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely insane. And I saw this comparison too on the internet. They were saying the last time Taylor played, it was You're Losing Me. And in that song, her heartbeat is like in the song. And then, but it's like, you're losing me, like she's losing her heartbeats, kind of.
And her heartbeat came back with a vengeance. That's
I
what
can't
you're
fully-
saying now.
Yes,
She hasn't
that
had a
is
heart
it.
the last 4 apps?
No heart. Her
No
heart
heart.
ain't beating for nobody these last 4 apps.
yeah.
And now that
The
heartbeat
Tin
is
Man or
coming
whatever.
back after Connie Baby looked into those eyes. I mean,
Was Conrad thinking that, though? I feel like Conrad was just in a lot of pain. Wasn't this a little more Belly than Conrad?
I think it was a little more Belly, but I definitely think that he was like, oh, this is a bit of a moment. In the same way that Belly knew the peaches was a moment.
Sure. I think I liked it because I thought it was mostly on Belly this time in a way that, like, because Conrad, the only way he wouldn't be pining after her is he needs a major distraction. And so he's dealing with the major distraction of this, like, big cut and losing blood and having a big injury, that he's thinking about the pain and not thinking about his love for Belly. And I feel like it took something like that for it to just kind of be one-sided and for it to kind of wake her up that, like, she's just as big a part of this as him. Like, it's not just him wiping your mouth off with his shirt. Like, it is also on you.
Well, she even says that. She has the line, "This was all me." And then the episode ends. And it is kind of like, I feel like she's awoken. She realizes, oh no, like, I can't put this all on him. Because she has been trying to push down those feelings this entire time, especially the entire time she's been at Cousins. I feel like especially even more after the last ep, she's been trying to push down those feelings and run to Jeremiah and avoid the situation with Conrad. And this was the first time that she didn't really do that. She was in the moment with him.
Yeah, she's been
And
gone
she
for a
was
while,
feeling
right?
it. She was feeling it for sure.
They said she hadn't been in Cousins Beach for a couple weeks, right?
I mean, we start out the ep, and it is very clear that Belly has been avoiding Cousins Beach like the plague. She's been sleeping on that air mattress at Adams for 2 weeks, she said. And that was a moment where I was like, oh, she is really trying to avoid Conrad at all cost. And then at another point in the episode, she says to Jeremiah, I just don't like to be in Cousins without you. And it's like, I wonder why. Why are you avoiding it, Belly?
Wasn't there a line in this episode of, like, was it Adam who said that? Of, like, she won't be at the house alone, like, Conrad's there.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, that's what Jeremiah's afraid of.
Jeremiah's face. Just taking some L's. That was brutal seeing them on that air mattress. What is going on? This is crazy.
Again, I really don't understand why Adam couldn't spring for a 2-bedroom, but
Well, they made him buy that beach house.
Insane. Yeah.
I think maybe he didn't want them staying with him. He's got his new girlfriend stuff. He doesn't want this.
I feel like he's like, I got you guys that huge beach house. Stay there. Why are you living with me?
Why are you here? Amen. I did almost wonder if part of Adam's anger was that he can't bring his new girlfriend over to the house right now. Like,
and by
I
new
know he was
girlfriend, you
claiming
mean
a lot
Kaylee,
of
the secretary. His
Kayla,
secretary.
the secretary. That's correct. Yeah.
I can't believe that they're using the word secretary also in this day and age. Like, isn't it executive assistant?
Whatever.
But you know Adam is still saying secretary.
We made a prediction that we thought maybe Adam would get married this season, and I think we might be right. We was that he would be marrying a 25-year-old. And I looked up this actress's age, and she's 34. So I think that counts as half right, and she's certainly a lot closer to 25 than she is his age. So we're going to take that as a correct prediction that he's going to end up with this girl.
I think what's even wilder, it's
like,
not
he
even...
wants to bring her to the wedding. Like, he's serious. I think he's going to, like, marry this girl.
I would not be shocked if we see his wedding by the end of this season. What's more shocking, though, it's not the age. It's that Kaylee is the one he cheated on Susanna with. Like, the audacity to then ask to bring her to your son's wedding. Like, that is too far for me. Like, find someone else, Adam. Like, move on.
I thought Conrad was going to grab that wheel and wreck the car. He was so bad. Laurel's face when she found out that Kaylee's planning the wedding was great. Adam Fisher. What a villain. What an enemy.
He gets worse and worse every episode. Every episode, I think it can't get worse. And then it just gets even worse.
Well, I was telling you, I don't even know if like it was intentional or if it's just he just aged a little bit. But since seasons 1 and 2, like he's grown his hair out a little bit more and it's gone very gray. And it just kind of makes him look even more villainous. Like it really works. Really works for the character.
The hair with the vest. The vest is
Yeah,
very
it's always the
villainous
vest.
as well.
Our
It
best
is.
villainous?
I think the vest
In
is
this context,
giving villain.
maybe, where everyone has to wear a suit and he parades around in a vest, it is kind of like, look at me. I came up with a top 5 for this episode. We've talked about how this season Conrad has been coming clean about a lot of stuff. Like in the last episode, he came clean to Belly about a lot of stuff. In this episode, he's telling truths left and right. He told Adam and Jeremiah about how he was fired. Like he's told people about himself being in therapy. He told Laurel that he's known forever about Adam's cheating. Like he's coming clean all over the place.
I feel like that's been one of my favorite parts about this season. It's like we're really seeing that growth. Instead of Connie keeping everything so close to the chest, it's so nice to see him actually tell people what's going on, tell them the truth, open up a little bit. And even, too, he also told Laurel that Belly is struggling and Belly needs you right now. Being very direct this season with people.
He is. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, he's like, and he's taking charge of a lot of situations. And I was just sort of, I mean, you know, I guess he's not really telling Belly the truth, but like most of his lies.
He can't come clean about everything yet.
Well, I love that joke where he said to Laurel, he's like, bottle things up, me? Like,
yeah, that was so good. That was such a great line.
That was great. So I made a list of, even though Conrad's been coming clean about all sorts of stuff, there's still a lot of lies being told this season. So here are the top 5 lies right now still going on in season 3 of The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Tell me lies.
Honorable mention goes to Adam's affair because that was kind of a big lie, but I think the only person who doesn't know about Adam's affair is Jeremiah.
Which I'm confused about if he knows or not, because it did seem like he knew something has been going on with them for a little bit of time. And then when Conrad tried to ask Adam when he started seeing Kaylee, Jeremiah put his hand on Conrad. And it was like a very just kind of like quick motion, like you might have even missed it.
Yeah.
But I was like, so does he know, or is he just telling Conrad, like, stop asking too many questions, let it be?
I don't know. When he walked in and saw them in Adam's office, I kind of got the impression he seemed a little shocked, but I'm not sure. It was hard to read.
I feel like Jeremiah knows that the two of them have been seeing each other, but he doesn't realize that Kaylee
he doesn't.
and Adam had an affair behind Susanna's back. I don't think he realizes that. That would be a lot to put together from just loving looks that they're giving in the office.
He can't know that. He can't know that part because he wouldn't be so desperate to impress a guy who cheated on his dying mom.
No.
Surely.
I agree.
So so anyway, Adam Fisher's affair does not make the top 5 list because I think everyone knows about it at this point.
Yeah,
it's not really
yeah.
even a lie, even though Adam doesn't seem to know everyone knows about it.
I gotta say, Adam is not a good liar.
No.
In terms of the show, he is a bad liar.
I don't think he even cares. I think he just assumes he can do whatever he wants.
He doesn't feel the need to lie.
All right. Top 5 lies being told this season. Conrad saying he wants Belly and Jeremiah to be happy. So I think Conrad almost has convinced himself of this lie, but it's so obvious. Like I feel like even Laurel hearing him say those words was like, okay. Like, well, at first he said only Belly and then he said Jeremiah, but I think just him trying to act like he's for this and that, like, it's crazy. It's such a lie. He obviously wants them to break up. He would. How could he not? He loves her.
I feel like he's also been saying they're good together. And it's like, what? Just stop. Like, stop putting on this facade, Connie. Like, just admit it. Or at least admit, like, it's not a good idea. You don't need to be like on their side with this. And I get he wants to support Belly, but it's kind of crazy that he has convinced himself that this should happen.
Yeah, Conrad, I get you're trying to be a good guy. I get you're trying to take care of Jeremiah. Go back to ridiculous. Like, just go back to blowing it all up. Like, stop lying to yourself that you want these two to be happy.
This is a situation where we don't want you to be the hero, Conrad.
Number 4, Steven wants to be just friends with Taylor. I think this whole thing is just, we agree that those two are in game, right? Steven and Taylor.
100%. Especially now that we know Steven and Denise will be starting the business together. Like, I don't think they're going to hook up at all. So now I'm like, let's just get Steven and Taylor back together. Let's stop playing around. I'm tired of it. Just get back together already.
Yeah. Steven, you're not fooling anybody. He drove, what was it, 4 hours to go to this bridal shower? Like, guys don't do that. Like, for your sister. Like,
no.
I don't. He wanted to see Taylor.
Unless he wanted to see Lucinda. They seem pretty tight.
Well, wouldn't that be a twist? Number 3 on the biggest lies. Everyone who tells Belly her ring is nice. There was a shot at this bridal shower of a lady looking at Belly's ring and being like smiling and saying, oh, that's nice. You know, she had to leave that bridal shower being like, you won't believe what this girl's ring looked like. She must be pregnant.
She went to brunch with her gals just to talk about that ring. Like, the mimosas were flowing and she was like, I got to tell you about this ring. I could barely see it.
Everyone lying to Belly about that nice ring. Just sad. Number 2 on the biggest lies. Cabo. Cabo is still this just gigantic elephant in the room in all scenes, in my opinion. Because every once in a while, watching an episode, I just remember it. And I'm like, this is so crazy that we basically haven't seen Belly or Jeremiah discuss it, or anyone on the show discuss it, since it, like, episode 2, right?
Yeah. I feel like I'm being gaslit by no one talking about this.
It's like, did we dream this up? Cabo happened twice.
I know. Point 2A is twice. Like, I feel like it's so crazy that this has not been brought up at all. Belly has just pushed this down. Belly is pushing everything down. It's just crazy not even to mention it at all in your relationship as you're making plans for the future. You're going apartment hunting. You're planning this wedding. How is this not coming up at all?
I don't know. Cabo is the powder keg of this that's powering this whole season, because anyone who's watching is still just so mad about it. And it's just, it's just going to explode at some point. It has to, because this is such a buried lie. It's almost like they've convinced themselves it didn't happen.
We are 6 episodes into this season. Cabo happened episode 1.
Only 5 episodes left, right?
Yeah. I'm like,
wow.
This better come up soon, because we got a lot of ground to cover, I feel like.
Yeah, let me tell you, at that wedding, if anyone's taking objections, we need someone running in screaming Cabo.
We'll know when it's coming up, because in the previously on, they'll have to mention Cabo, because it's been so long since we heard about it. So that's when we'll know, everybody. That's a little hint.
Look out.
If they're bringing Cabo up in the previously on, then we know it's going to come out.
And nobody knows previously on's, like previously on Teen TV herself.
I'm an expert on previously ons. Yeah.
We'll be on the lookout. But the number one lie, we all know it. The number one lie of this whole show is that Belly wants to get married. That Belly wants to marry Jeremiah. Like, we've been thinking this for episodes of, like, what is happening? Like, things are going at a breakneck speed towards this wedding. And we're all just like, does she really want to do this to marry this guy? Like, it's ridiculous. It really is, to take Conrad's words. It's ridiculous.
I mean, she is spiraling this app. She's freaking out about the planning. She is freaking out about living together. She is spiraling out about this, but she keeps convincing herself that this is what she wants. And so much of this episode, it really showed this is not what she wants at all. I mean, there were just so many signs.
I mean, do you think a little bit, though, is like, Adam Fisher agreeing to pay for this has made it so real. It might have been the best thing to happen to help break these two up, is that like it suddenly became not just like this little fun thing you're doing on the beach. Like now there's a lot of people involved and a lot of pressure, and it's so real, and she is spiraling.
I actually think this is maybe one of the best things Adam Fisher has done, because it really made it all more real. Whereas before they were going to do it at the house with some friends. Belly mentioned a keg. I was like, wow, okay. And there wasn't really like much to it. So you don't have to think about it as much. And now that they're bringing in all the planners, the caterers, they're inviting all these other people and from the company and people she doesn't know. We really saw her start to spiral about that. And it's because it just makes it all a little bit more real. You can't live in your bubble anymore. She's been living in this bubble of just her and Jeremiah getting married. And then when you bring other people into it, it makes it a lot more real.
Yeah. There are like consequences to this. This isn't just some silly game. Like you two are gonna be married. You're gonna be married to this guy with bad credit who cheated on you just a few months ago. Like, I mean, in the timeline of the show, again, this is like, what, July, August now? Like, July, I guess? And
yeah,
because they said it's a couple weeks after the 4th. So it's like, we're talking mid-July. He cheated at spring break that year.
Yeah, like not that long ago. And they're getting married in a couple weeks. The wedding is only like 2 weeks away, they said.
This is insane. So we don't think the wedding's next week, but it's got to be soon, right?
I think next week is going to be bachelorette parties.
Fun.
And then I think it will be wedding.
Which we already had some foreshadowing of Conrad and Steven of like, don't want Jeremiah like spinning out and stuff. And I can't wait to see what happens.
Oh, yeah. We're definitely going to get all of it.
Have you noticed, speaking of the Bachelorette, though, real quick, sorry. Have you noticed they keep having Jeremiah say that girls are hot in the show? He said to Conrad, he was like, Annika, her friend, she's hot. And he said to Steven, like, Denise is hot. And there is, I don't know if it's just like, look, I'm not personally offended by him saying that, like, he's allowed to, like, I don't know. It's just like, you're allowed to be normal and comment on things. But, like, I do wonder if the show's hinting at something that, like, this guy's still a little bit of, like, a horny guy. I don't know. I wonder that.
My, you said
Sorry.
that.
I
You
just
said
like
that.
I'm just like, this guy seems, I think the show's trying to hint that he's still a little bit immature, looking for like hookups, jealous of like people having fun. It seems to come up a lot.
I do think it comes up a lot. I don't think though that he has eyes for these people.
I'm not saying that. I just think the show wants you to be like, this guy's still a little like immature, being like, look how hot she is.
I do think it's trying to show the immature thing. That this guy is not ready to get married. That's what they're trying to tell us with all this stuff. So I do think it goes more into that, of trying to show that Jeremiah is immature. He's still young. He's not ready for this.
Sure.
I do think in the case of Conrad with Annika, he just wants Conrad to get with somebody.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
He'll throw anyone at Conrad to
I think that's
get him
what
out of
that
here.
is. I do think there is a little bit of Jere, though, that likes to play a little bit matchmaker. Like, oh,
Sure.
Let's get Steven and Denise. Let's get Conrad in this. I do think it's a little bit of that.
I took it that way last week, but this week, the way it was said and knowing the implications, I was just like, I do think the show's doing a good job of showing us that, like, Conrad and Belly have such a mature relationship. Like, all their examples of them together, it's like, when they were stuck there at Christmas, and it's crossword and an old movie and caught up, and then, like, this week, it's like, taking care of your partner who's like injured or sick. Like they just keep showing you examples of these two in like adult serious relationship level. You never see that with Jeremiah. With Jeremiah, it's like we're on an air mattress, just sprawled out like a mess.
They're literally showing Conrad and Belly, yes, doing all these adult things together. Like even just running errands together.
Yes.
And then with Jeremiah, even when they're staying at Adam's, it's like we see all the candy and like the cereal that's out. And I know that that's more Belly's, but we don't really see that at Cousins Beach. He's eating that grilled chicken. And you just see this more like adult side to her, I feel like, with Conrad. And I think ultimately that is like what Belly wants at this point.
Although, spoiler on my Tyler takes later, I had one of, look, Conrad, you're allowed to eat more than chicken, dude. Like, this is getting crazy. Like, when he goes to the steakhouse and he's condemning people for ordering steak, this guy needs to eat more than that grilled chicken. Although it's so sweet when he makes that plate for her. He's so worried.
That plate looked good, too.
He's so worried about her not eating.
Again, showing the mature side. Like, he is noticing these things that are going on with Belly that Jeremiah is not noticing, even though she is calling him every 2 minutes. She is calling him during the workday like nonstop.
Again, in this episode, she said to Jeremiah, I'm not sure about this wedding, after she went to the country club and like freaked out about everything. And he just seems to not be getting it. Because if I had heard that from like my bride, I think I'd be like, we need to like get together and talk this out and make sure we're like rock solid on things. And she continues to feel like an afterthought to him. He's so distracted with getting his dad's approval, and it's just ridiculous. You know what would get your dad's approval? Move out of his apartment. What are you doing, you bum? Get out of there.
I know. He is ignoring her. He
Yeah.
just keeps saying, I got you. I got you. But we're not seeing any form of action happening. We're seeing action from Conrad. Sure. Conrad is continuously the one showing up for her, the one noticing that she wasn't eating, and then texting Laurel and meeting up with Laurel to fix that situation. Yeah. He is the one who is really putting in action. And Jeremiah is just saying, I got you every time.
I mean, when Jeremiah's at the steakhouse on the phone with Belly and he keeps looking at Conrad and Adam talking, and he's just not even listening to Belly. Like, he's not realizing that she's having a freak out about how well she knows him because of that trivia thing. Like, it's crazy.
And she's telling him something pretty big in that moment, if you're actually listening. Yeah. She is confusing a memory of you and Conrad, which is very clear then that she is like misremembering things and mixing things up and putting memories from Conrad to Jeremiah, which is like not great when you're about to marry Jere.
Jeremiah, like your fiance is being like, I'm worried that like I've rewritten my memories to make you more like Conrad. And Jeremiah's like, I gotta go. I feel like Conrad's getting some attention from my dad over here. I gotta run back. Like, what are you doing, dude? He just is not committed enough to get married. Like, it's insane. No. Like, he's just not ready.
Well, he wants to focus on his dad right now. There's like a circle of attention going on where it's like, Belly
I love
so
this.
badly.
Do your circle of attention theory. Yeah. This is great.
Belly so badly wants Jeremiah's attention. Jeremiah wants Adam's attention. Adam wants Conrad's attention. And Conrad wants Belly's attention. And it is just like, no one's on the same page. It's a circle that we're going round and around in. And it is causing a mess.
It is just a vicious cycle.
It really is. And it's just really sad to watch. And you just kind of want to shake Jeremiah of stop wanting this evil man's attention. He is not a good guy. Like, focus a little bit more, maybe even on your relationship with Conrad. Because clearly Conrad has issues with your dad, maybe try and find out why.
Yeah.
Maybe try and do some digging of like, what is really going on here? Because this has been going on for years. And it's got to be more than what I know. And it makes me sad that these two brothers are not coming together in any way. They don't have any relationship. And that makes me so sad.
I wish in Conrad's coming clean, he would come clean more to Jeremiah about things, because he's so obsessed with trying to protect Jeremiah like he told Susanna he would, is that like he's doing it at the detriment of their relationship, because now Jeremiah's like, well, he never talks to me. He doesn't he just like has shut me out of his life. And like, I don't think that's what your mom meant, Conrad. Like,
I know.
But it's just in your cycle here, the one like Conrad after Belly is just so like frustrating and longing, and you want him to catch her so bad. Belly after Jeremiah is kind of infuriating, because you're just like, girl, what are you doing? You're making a wreck of your life. Jeremiah after Adam is just sad. It just really bums you out to see this guy who just feels not loved enough by his dad. But the one that's so enjoyable is Adam after Conrad, where Conrad just burns him constantly.
Constant. When he says,
what was the line he said?
I stopped caring about your opinion a long time ago, Dad.
it.
And the way he says
That was
it,
great.
it's like, whoa, wow.
Saying that to your dad. Oh my God. Oh, it was great. It's just constant burns for Adam wanting Conrad's. But like when they're getting fitted for the suit, like Adam like immediately blew off Jeremiah and runs up trying to get like Conrad in the perfect suit, because
when we're
that's his
suit
boy.
shopping for Jeremiah's wedding. Like, I do think this wedding was almost a ploy just to get Adam's attention at this point. A little
You
bit.
might be
I don't
right.
know. Like, I don't know. It just feels like Jeremiah wants his attention so bad. Like, it is sad to watch.
It's desperate. It's just ridiculous.
And Conrad just not even caring and not wanting it makes it even sadder. I do feel like we're watching Succession with these family dynamics sometimes. Like the dynamic of the Fisher boys is wild.
Yeah. But to go back to like one thing that would help his relationship with Adam is if he could get out of that apartment. And so like this episode early on, we see them like searching for apartments. And it just, I keep being like, what are you guys doing? Why have you not made this more of a priority? And you just keep seeing what a mess Jeremiah is when you find out he has bad credit, and Belly's face. And it's just like, this guy, it's like, you don't understand that like, taking care of things like that where people can just assume you've got it is what will get you respect.
Well, and it's not just that he has bad credit. He has bad credit for a stupid reason, where he just opened a credit card to get Bruins tickets and never paid it off. Meanwhile, his dad is paying for his other credit card. Like, that's just didn't need to happen. Like, I understand people having maybe some bad credit. Maybe they were going through a tough time or whatever. This is not that situation. This is Jeremiah just being lazy and irresponsible.
This is a guy starting out in life who has a dad's credit card, who's paying for all expenses in his life, paid for his college, and he's still finding a way to screw it up.
That's what I mean. That's what it's just like, Belly, wake up. This isn't just going to all of a sudden fix itself either. Like, you're not going to be able to get an apartment if you have bad credit, or you're going to have to put down a major down payment that you probably don't have.
Yeah.
So how is this going to work?
I don't think it is.
Well, yeah, I know.
Or they're going to be very happy together in the cat piss apartment.
Ugh. The apartment montage was just rough to watch in general.
Bleak.
Of just like, girl, wake up, get out of this situation. You don't have to do this.
Yeah.
You can even stay together if you want to. Just don't get married. I think, too, with the bad credit situation, this is something that I really wish Laurel knew. Because I feel like Laurel would just be all over this. And maybe hopefully be like a guiding light for Belly in this situation. We saw them come together in this episode thanks to Conrad. And I loved this scene where we see that she's at the bridal shower. I was like bawling, crying during this. And you missed it. You missed the moment. So we had to go back.
I think I was getting another cup of coffee.
Yeah. And we had to go
And I was
back
like,
and
I came
watch it
back
again.
from getting a cup of coffee, and I was like, why are you crying? What happened?
I mean, it was like full tears rolling down my face.
Yeah.
And then we had to rewind it, go back. We watched it again, and once again, just full tears. It was such a well done moment. The song playing time after time, which I never really put together with like a mother and a daughter, but I'm like, that really does make a lot of sense for that.
Sure.
It was such a beautiful moment. And I just love seeing their relationship on this show. I think it's such a realistic portrayal of a mother and a daughter and of growing up and your relationship with your mom, and that it's not always easy to see each other and to understand actions and why you're doing this. And it was nice to just be able to see them overcome that for this moment and come together. And it was just two beautiful scenes. I mean, the scene with Conrad and Laurel, which is directly from the book. It's a great scene in the book. It was so well done in the TV show, I thought, too. And then just the moment of them reuniting. I just feel like it was emotional.
It was great. I mean, again, 1,000,000 points to Conrad for orchestrating that and really like taking charge to like fix this, because just Belly and Laurel love each other so much, and you hate to see them so divided. Like, Laurel can still disagree with this happening, but I did think maybe she was going a little far, because it's like, what if you're wrong, and what if this happens, and what if you just regret this? Like, you don't want to completely shut Belly out in this situation.
It's a moment that you kind of just have to swallow your pride and be there and support your daughter, or you're probably going to regret it if you don't. And even, let's say, if it doesn't work out or whatnot, you'd probably still regret not being there. Yeah. So even if the marriage works out or not, it's like your daughter's going through something right now. Be there for her. Swallow that pride and be there.
Do you think if it was Conrad instead of Jeremiah, Laurel would have put up such a stink?
Well, I feel like it was made clear this episode that Laurel is Team Conrad.
I don't think she'd like Belly getting married this young no matter what, but would she have boycotted like this if it was Conrad?
That's a good question. I don't know if she would have boycotted. I think she would have come around to earlier. I think she still would have fought Belly on it, but I think she would have maybe come around to earlier. Whereas I feel like Jeremiah never really helped the situation, even though he acted like he really schmoozed Laurel. He didn't approach it in the right way. Whereas I feel like Conrad would have approached it in the right way from the start. And him and Laurel have a very good relationship. They're close.
It does seem like they have a much closer relationship than Laurel and Jeremiah. I mean, Jeremiah kind of tried to manipulate her, and she was like, you don't know what Susanna would have wanted. Like, it just feels like her and Conrad feel like friends, like, at this point.
Yeah, I feel like in the book it's made clear that they've always been pretty close. And I feel like the show has had, given moments where we see that.
Yeah, early on, I think it showed that, like, he Zooms with, like, Laurel, like, talks to her pretty regularly.
Well, Laurel's probably just so worried with Connie out there in California with that broken heart from her daughter. So
she knows. She obviously knows. When she was like, what was her line about, like, when do you get to be happy or something?
Yeah.
Like,
well, and she says, if we're talking honestly here, what's your game with this is kind of what she asks. Like, why are you doing this? And that's when he says he just wants Belly to be happy. And yeah, she has that great line, well, when do you get to be happy? And it is true. We just want Conrad to find happiness. Yeah. And it's hard watching him give up everything for everybody else. And I feel like Laurel represents the audience in that moment. She represents what we're all thinking too.
I think it's a good point. And look, I know there's still Team Jeremiah people out there, but I just think that, like, the show's made it pretty obvious that, like, Conrad will never find happiness without Belly. And I think Jeremiah will be just fine.
Yeah,
I think he'll be sad for a little while, but I think he will find happiness without Belly.
That's an interesting way to put it. It really is. And yeah, I think that they have made that pretty clear. Well, and Jeremiah will find happiness if his dad accepts him.
Yes. I mean, that's clearly a higher priority for him right now.
Yeah.
And he's getting married in a couple weeks.
If you're getting married, you shouldn't be putting acceptance from a parent above your fiance.
And it's just so rough to see how he's treated, of just like, cancel everything. You're playing golf with me. You're doing this. You're doing that. And he happily just follows orders. Meanwhile, Conrad's like, go to hell. Like,
Conrad's like, I'm going to go hang out with Steven.
yeah. He's like, I'm looking for any reason not to be with you two people.
I know. Although I will say, that dinner that they went to, I was like, that looks nice.
Yeah. So on Adam inviting Kaylee to the wedding, I will say, if he hadn't cheated on Susanna with her, I kind of think it would be okay. Because I think it's been, 4 years since she died? So, he's allowed, as a widower, to move on with his life and date someone new. But the thing that, I'm not quite sure Jeremiah knows, that Conrad clearly knows, is that no, you cheated on our dying mom with this person. So it's a real kind of disgrace to then bring her to the wedding at this point.
Yeah, I think that if the cheating did not happen and they just got together after Susanna died, that would have been fine.
Yeah,
It
you
is
could have
time
predicted.
has moved on. Adam is allowed to bring a date to the wedding.
And you could have predicted it'd be his secretary. You get to know your dad. That's it.
Yeah, that's your dad. That's who you're looking up to, Jeremiah.
Yeah.
But I think because the scandal of it all, the scandal of the cheating while your wife has cancer, and your son is marrying a very good family friend that Susanna loved. This is a very special wedding that Susanna would have been planning and would have really been a part of. And now it's Kaylee is just really stepping into those shoes, which I don't like.
Yeah.
It's just gross.
Conrad saying, when did this start, Dad?
So I don't think Jeremiah knows. I think that
point.
he thought Conrad was just pissed off that the dad is dating somebody else.
Yeah.
I wonder when he'll find out.
I hope all these lies come clean soon, because I want to see the fireworks.
You know what's a pretty big lie, though, is that Belly knows about Kaylee and has not told Jeremiah.
That is weird.
Another lie to the list.
Why would she have not told him? Do you think
Unless she
she thinks
forgot. But how do you really forget that, gossipy scandal drama information? You remember that. This wasn't just a little thing that Conrad threw out. He fully told her the whole story.
Sure, but it does feel like her and Jeremiah don't have deep combos like this, and
Right.
it maybe just kind of hasn't come up of this level of where she feels comfortable enough to talk about his dad having an affair.
I think you bring it up. I think you mention it. I think
true.
you
It just
mentioned that.
shows-
I know your dad had an affair.
It's another thing that just really shows this relationship's a
But
joke.
wait, another lie that we did not bring up.
Yeah. What? Keep fixing my list.
We're going back to the list.
Yeah.
Belly did not tell Jeremiah about Christmas and cousins with Conrad.
It's true.
That's a pretty
But
big
nothing
lie.
happened. Nothing happened.
But then why didn't you mention that you guys were there together over Christmas?
Nothing to tell.
Nothing to tell. Nothing happened. We just did some crosswords, watched
Yeah.
a movie together.
Yeah.
He picked me up bridal style to the couch. NBD.
Whoa. What? He's
so
a man of action.
another lie for your list. I wonder if he'll come up with any more. There's got to be more. If you think of more lies,
Send in your lies to us.
Send in your
we'll
lies.
Expand the list. Top 50 lies.
this summer everyone was lying.
What did you think of the bridal shower that Taylor threw?
I thought Taylor threw a great shower. I
Again,
thought it looked
she's
lovely.
such a great friend. I thought it was really sweet. She's so good to Belly.
She is such a good friend. Meanwhile, I feel like Lucinda is a character, so we have somebody for Taylor to talk to about Steven, because Belly cannot deal with Taylor's problems. So we
do
had
wish
to,
Belly gave a damn about Taylor's like total obsession with her brother.
I was thinking about it. I was like, why are we pushing Lucinda so much in this show? Like, what is the reasoning for it? And then it hit me. It's so Taylor has somebody as an outlet to talk about Steven, because Belly is just giving her nothing.
Decent chance Lucinda's not real, just an imaginary character for Taylor, because she's only there to just talk about Steven with.
I was about to say, we've only seen Lucinda in that house. Maybe she's a ghost, but she was at the dress shopping, so I can't say that.
It's a tough beat sometimes for Belly, of like, she doesn't seem to care enough that her brother almost died not that long ago, that like Taylor's dealing with all this drama with it. But Belly's a mess. Belly's young. And I think the show's just showing us that.
I feel like we're about to see her be even more of a mess, because now she's not pushing down these feelings so much. She's already a mess right now. So now we're adding these feelings of Conrad on top of all this. I feel like it's going to be crazy now.
That final shot of her sitting in there, I was like, she's like, come and take me, Conrad.
You know what I love about that scene too? Going back to the
We're really
wound
jumping around this
cleaning scene.
Yeah.
What was so great about that scene is that I thought the scene was going to end when he says, Belly, can you help me up? I'm going to go take a nap. You would think she snaps out of it in that moment. You would think, okay, she's going to come to. She doesn't. She is still gazing into those eyes, being like, you've lost a lot of blood. I don't think you should take a nap right now. And she's like completely dazed looking at him saying this. And that's when I was like, oh my God. Like, wow. Like, she's not snapping out of it.
Do you think the blood would have freaked you out?
No, I think I would have snapped into action if needed.
You'd have been okay.
I don't think it would have freaked me out that much. If it was like something really gross, maybe.
Yeah. I mean,
But
when
I
they
didn't
showed
think
that
it was
wound,
like-
I was like, ooh. He really got
Well, you
cut by that fin.
Then you proceeded to cut yourself yesterday, and I was like,
I
"Are you
did.
trying to be Conrad right now? What
I
are
was
you
trying to see how
doing?"
you'd react. You know, I was trying to make a moment.
You know, it's not the same in real life, I gotta say.
Do you know the name of my first pet?
Oh my God. I don't know. Daisy the dog?
I'll take Daisy the dog. That's correct.
Oh, it is, right?
Well, I mean, she's my first like actual pet that was mine. Like my parents had a dog when I was real little, but I don't remember the name.
Okay, you guys
So-
have a lot of animals, so that doesn't count.
It was a farm. There were animals in and out all over the place. But my first, like, as an adult pet dog was Daisy.
Do you know the
So,
name of my
correct.
first pet?
Was it that hedgehog?
No, we had a dog named Heather, but I get why you wouldn't really know that. I was very young.
You never talk about Heather. I would have
I
thought.
was like 4 years old.
I know Rigby.
There we go. All right, moving on. We'll work on our relationship.
We'll work on our trivia.
questions. But what was interesting though about that scene?
But again,
too,
it's
in the
okay to
bridal
not remember.
shower?
At least you weren't mixing me up for some other ex-boyfriend's dog.
Exactly. And what was interesting though is like Belly was viewing that as like a test. Like, I have to get these answers right. And it's like knowing the name of the first pet or those little things like that is not that important. Those are like history questions. It wasn't questions of really knowing who a person is. And the way she was just viewing it as this test that she had to ace was such a red flag to me.
Yeah, it's basically she still thinks she needs to validate why she should be with Jeremiah because she has so many doubts.
And I think her validation of being with him is, well, we've known each other our whole lives. I know everything about him. It's always been like, we have ESP. We know everything about each other. And it's like, sometimes that's just a friend, though. Like, does your relationship actually work dynamic-wise? Do you make each other happy? Like, those are the questions you should be asking, not these, like, history questions. And you definitely shouldn't be mixing it up with an ex.
Yeah. It's a good point. It's not looking great. Things are a little rocky. What about the Bye Bye Birdie scene where she remembered singing about her love for Conrad?
Well, my big takeaway from that scene is that young child actor who played Belly put that girl in some musical theater. She was really singing that song into the mirror. And I thought, if Belly did it like this as a kid, I'd be like, go into the musical. Go
to Paris. Be a star.
Yeah. You're a star, Belly. You're more than a volleyball player. I mean, it always goes back to Conrad. It always does.
Yeah.
She remembers everything about Conrad. We even hear that in season 1 of this show. And Conrad says, do you remember everything I say? She does. She remembers everything with him.
But she doesn't remember everything with Jeremiah. That's a good point. Rosie was really trying to tell you something, Belly. Pick this one. Pick this one.
That's so true. You're right. Rosie was trying to make the decision for Belly.
We could have wrapped this whole We could have wrapped this whole show up years ago if you just listened to that dog, Rosie. Rosie knew what's up. Rosie's Team Connie, baby.
We could have wrapped this show up years ago if Jeremiah didn't show up with that firework. And if he never entered the ring, we could have wrapped this up.
But we love the fireworks.
We do. We love the drama. All right. Is it time for Tyler's takes?
Let's do it. My Tyler's takes. Let me get my notes app open. And we will see what I wrote down when I wasn't distracted getting more coffee.
As I'm just sitting there sobbing.
Yeah.
Over time after time.
Yeah. What did you think of Belly's reaction to seeing her last name as Fisher? What do you think was going on there in her mind?
I thought clearly this wedding should not happen because you know that girl has written Isabel Fisher in her notebook 300 times. You shouldn't be that shocked by seeing it.
But never imagined it being for this guy.
Exactly. That's why she freaked out. It wasn't seeing it in that way. It was seeing it that way at this time.
Yeah. I also just loved her reaction to getting a gift you hate of like, oh, that's nice.
I got to say, Lola played that so well in that scene. I was like, this is too real. Yeah, the bridal shower energy in that moment of having to open gifts in front of everybody and then be like, oh, thank you. I love it. Was way too real.
I thought Laurel giving her flight gift cards was a great gift because I think it also like achieves what Laurel keeps saying of you need to go away. You need to see the world. You need to experience life outside of just Cousins Beach.
Yeah, I thought that was a really good gift idea and still a way to kind of get her point across. I thought it was like a little passive aggressive in a good way.
Well, the perfect
it was. Come on, we can't deny that was a little passive aggressive.
It was definitely passive aggressive, but at least she showed up. Like,
yeah.
I was trying to see what the candy was that's all on the floor at the beginning, and it's high chew candy, and I was like, so is Belly's taste change? Because what was it she liked originally? It was Sour Patch Kids.
Oh yeah, Sour Patch, and then the Swedish Fish debacle
was what Jeremiah likes. So
I
guess
do feel
they've
like Belly just likes.
Maybe I was thinking the two of them have compromised since he likes Swedish Fish and she likes Sour Patch Kids to go with the high chew. That's their compromise candy.
I like that theory.
Yeah. Jeremiah just didn't pay the credit card bill. Like, how much did he put on the credit card? Like, what did he buy at this Bruins game? Like, what in the world? And he just thought he never had to pay it? Like, how much could it be? He has to have some money to pay for this.
Well, I thought he bought the tickets with the credit card.
So it's the tickets are on the card. But, like, how much are we talking? Like, this is what?
Well, how many
Couple
frat
$100
brothers? How many frat brothers did
You think he paid
invite?
for the whole house and was like, I'm never going to
Yeah.
pay this off?
He probably got a suite.
No one will ever need to check my credit.
Yeah. And how do you not realize that not paying a bill hurts your credit? It's like the number one thing.
What a goofball.
Although I will say, I do feel like people in college were opening credit cards and putting stuff on there and not paying.
Really?
I had friends just getting Victoria's Secret credit cards. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But they weren't getting married.
Well, this is why you got to wait a little bit. You got to wait to get your credit back in check before you get married. We got another reference to Belly being pregnant when the real estate agent clearly looked at her belly. Brutal.
Their reactions, though, of like, no, I'm not pregnant, was just so funny. Like, it's
so
funny every time.
Hits every
Because
time.
obviously this man is like, there's no way they are meaning to do this. His credit's so bad.
All right. Tyler's takes. This caterer can't do lobster rolls? What kind of caterer is this? They're like, no, we only do fancy big plated meals. They got to offer some kind of option for a cocktail hour or something. What's going on with these people? What about?
No, I completely disagree with you.
What?
A wedding caterer, it's like plated dinner. I mean, maybe for like a past app they could do lobster rolls, but that's not like a plated dinner option, which is what Belly was talking about.
Oh, you don't think? Oh, I misunderstood that. She wasn't wanting it for like an hors d'oeuvre or a cocktail, like a little lobster.
She wanted
roll.
that to be the dinner.
She wanted the dinner. Wow, that is a young person request. A sandwich.
Yeah. Like, oh, let's just put out some lobster rolls. It will be fine.
I mean, I think that'd be good. I don't know why you're not allowed to do that.
I mean, maybe as a like appetizer, but a lobster roll is like a snack to me. That's not a dinner, you know? But no, I was with Paige from the country club on that one. That was a crazy ask. Which is just why she
Imagine
should be
her
doing
dealing
this
with
on her
Belly.
own. Like, Belly wants nothing to do with this country club.
Oh, it's great. The Conklin girls, they really fast and then binge, don't they? Because it shows neither of them is eating, it seems like, for days. And then when they're watching that movie, they got like giant milkshakes and stuff.
Well, this is like one of their similarities, I feel like. They don't
think it's
have like
sweet.
that much other stuff in common, I feel like. And this is one of them.
A more serious one, I think Conrad investing so much time and work into this house is him trying to bring his mom back, is he just wants to put, it's almost like everything he puts into this in this time where he just feels, lost because he was fired. He wants Belly so much and she's marrying his brother, and he's just trying to bring his mom back and memories of his mom by working on the house.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of metaphors with him fixing up this house.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's him trying to fix. I think it's him trying to honor his mom and to keep like her spirit alive in that house and to make sure that they can continue this and keep it going. I think when
he was holding that sprinkler, though, I was like, this is hilarious. This guy is looking for stuff. I ran out of stuff to do on the roof. I guess I got to come down here and work on some stuff.
I mean, it's kind of comical at this point. Like,
It's
what
great.
is Connie going to be working on next week? This is an HGTV show in itself, basically.
Under this, I wrote, someone needs to buy Conrad a PS5. Like, this guy is just outside doing chores all the time. He's allowed to relax once in a while. Get this guy playing a video game or something.
I think he would benefit, actually, from a video game. I can't keep watching him fix up all of this stuff, trying to fix everything in his life, just like with this house. I mean, that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to fix everything.
It is why he's become a little bit of a dream man in this season, because it's like, I don't think girls are as into seeing a guy sitting there playing Madden, but like seeing a guy who's like working on the roof, it's like, oh, this is a man. Like, this is what we like.
I do feel like, though, he could be playing some video games throughout it, but it's when Belly's there where he is like really concentrated on the house.
I
to
love
get
that
away
when he
from
had his
her.
over-the-ear headphones and he's doing his crossword. It's just like he's just like in his zone of what he does, and then he sees her walk in.
His
just
face
the
when she
best.
walked in was so good. When he was like, you're back." It's like that man has been replaying the Peaches scene in his head since you left 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
And he is startled that you're back.
she's been clogging up Adam's drain with that hair. What
That
did you
is
think
just
of
what
that?
we do. Can men just please understand? That's just what's going to happen, okay? We clog up drains. Just fish it out for us and let it be. Move on. You know who wouldn't have any problem doing that? Conrad Fisher. He'd be snaking that drain with hair every day. He'd be fine with it. He'd be
He
happy
would love
to
that
do
chore
it.
to do it, and
Yeah.
then he'll make you lunch.
I mean, he is kind of a dream man, honestly.
It's really getting crazy. So at
It's
the end
getting
of the-
like too fantasy where he just doesn't seem real almost at this point.
at the end, why did Belly need to go back to Cousin's Beach? Couldn't she have stayed at Laurel's? Why did she go back to Cousin's
She has to
Beach?
plan the wedding. That's
Oh,
why
she's planning the
that's
wedding
why
and
she's
that-
there.
Oh,
She
that
needs to
makes
do
more
wedding
sense.
stuff. Paige probably has her on call.
Yeah.
And she's got
Well-
that country club like every day. Because now they're planning this like 100-person wedding in
That's true.
a month. That's
Okay,
crazy.
that makes sense. But I was writing down, I was like, these people drive a lot. Because if you think of this episode of they're just zooming back and forth from Cousins Beach to Boston, it's just like, I don't know.
And then to
I was just wondering why
Pennsylvania.
yeah, it's a lot. Yeah,
And in summer traffic.
these people are burning through gas. I did write that Belly is quick on thank you notes. I thought I was impressed.
Okay, you know that gave me anxiety. I was like,
I
oh
knew it
my
would.
God. I was like, I got to do my thank you notes for my wedding. That was months ago. Belly, why are you
Belly.
showing me up here?
Belly is on it.
Well, I thought that showed too of how she's trying to be more adult now and how she wants to be more adult. Or I was just really looking into this thank you cards.
She's just better than we are at thank you notes.
I know. I'm like, Belly's so mature. She's doing her thank you notes right away.
All right, so this is a theory. Hold on.
Oh my God, you have a lot of takes.
We're almost done. This is 2 more. So this is just a theory, but I think Denise might be gay. I think that they are hinting at that in the show because when she comes over to Steven's apartment and he keeps mistaking things she's saying about this business for her coming on to him, and I almost wonder if it's like not even in her brain, like that there would be something. So I'm wondering if she's going to show up at the wedding with another woman.
That's an interesting theory. I could see that happening.
You know what I mean? That
I
she's not
definitely
even
don't think she's
perceived-
trying to flirt with him. Like, I don't think that is her intention with him at all. And I
think the
definitely
show
don't
wanted
think
us to think that. I think
They did.
last week they definitely wanted us to think that. But I think this week they really are showing us it's a red herring. Because when they're at work and she's like, oh, I've wanted to, like, what are you doing this weekend? And it's because she wants to talk about this business thing. And he's thinking like, oh, she's trying to go on a date with me. And she's just so not thinking that I'm almost wondering if like he doesn't understand there's zero sexual tension.
it was definitely a red herring. And I thought that was kind of fun that they did a switch on us with it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Denise is gay.
She might just be business minded,
know.
but I thought it would be a very neat thing to wrap up why she isn't even addressing that clearly Steven's a little attracted to her and feels like a little like flustered when she's around.
The only reason why I'm not fully buying into the theory is because I have another theory.
Oh, what's your theory on Denise?
I saw this theory somewhere on the internet, and I'm buying it a little bit. It's kind of wacky.
Oh
It's
boy.
that Denise and Jeremiah end up together. The only reason why I'm buying into this theory is because we are seeing Denise so much this season, like the most out of any other guest star. And now that her and Steven are building a business together, which I can only assume is going to do well and take off, she's still going to be in like the fabric of the world. We then will want to use her in another way, maybe somehow. I just feel like we're spending so much time on her that there needs to be more of a payoff than just her and Steven creating a business together.
No, I don't think it's a terrible theory either. Is because she is so hard on Jeremiah and calls him Nepo baby, and it's like maybe that's where the actual sexual tension is between those two, and they're just not quite showing us that yet. But maybe there has been a little more flirtation going on.
And I do think in the resolution of the show, we need to see Jeremiah happy with somebody. If Belly ends up with Conrad, we don't know. But we need to see Jeremiah happy with somebody. We need to see all of them happy.
Yeah.
And in order to see Jeremiah fully happy, if Belly ends up with Conrad, we need to see him with somebody else. And what are you going to do? Throw in a random guest star? Like, that doesn't feel right. It feels like you should build the person into the world earlier on.
We should.
So that's why I'm buying into that theory. But we'll see. It feels so wacky right now. But we have a lot of ground to cover still. And I do think we're going to get some time jumps and whatnot. So it'll be interesting.
Well, I hope we're both right and she's bisexual. And it's just two happy bisexuals married happily ever after.
We could both be right.
Yeah. And the last one was, I sort of brought this up earlier, but like, so is Taylor Swift, Taylor Swift songs when they play in the show, are they only attached to Belly's POV?
It feels that way, yeah. I don't think that, because I think it's all supposed to be like what Belly is feeling in the moment. Mm-hmm. I mean, even in season 1, when The Way I Loved You played, when her and Conrad go to do the dance at the Deb ball, it's like that's how Belly is feeling in that moment.
Sure.
And I think that that's what all the Taylor songs are supposed to represent. So it's not going to play over like Conrad lusting after Belly or something like that. Even when Delicate played over a Belly and Jeremiah scene, it's like that was representing Belly's feelings in that moment.
Okay. I'm just trying to understand. You know, I didn't realize False God had played before. I'm just trying to catch up on the Taylor Swift lore of this show. But I did think it was very effective that, you know, we had 18 Taylor Swift songs through episode 1 of this season and then didn't have any of her until this last scene. So it did kind of make it really hit because you were like, oh, this must be important. Like there's a change that has happened.
Yeah, I think it's very telling. And I wonder how many other Taylor songs we're going to get now. Like, are we going to get one an episode? I'm calling it now. I feel like we could be getting a song from The Life of a Showgirl in this season.
Oh, a new song? Like debuted on the show?
Maybe not debuted. Maybe like after Taylor drops a single herself, maybe.
Yeah.
I just could see that happening. She has so much music in this show. It's pretty crazy when you think about it.
True.
And I think she likes the show. Why would she have so many songs in it if she didn't like it? Mm-hmm. She doesn't just put her music on anything. She has to approve it.
Sure. Or she could give them another unreleased song for like the finale, like something else off Reputation.
That would be fun. I would take
or
that too.
the original. Hasn't she said she recorded the original album?
Not all
her
of
debut
it.
album? Oh, okay.
Oh, debut she fully recorded.
But hasn't released it, right?
Right.
So maybe she gives them a song or something off that. Who knows? We'll see.
That's actually a
you
good
never know
thought.
what Taylor's up to.
Yeah. We never know. Only Taylor knows herself. We can all try and find these Easter eggs and all the hints and all that. And we do that the same with this show, too. We can look
Jenny
for all
Hahn,
these Easter eggs.
You sent me that article saying that Jenny Hahn said people aren't picking up on all the Easter eggs. So we got to do a better job. Be on the lookout.
I know. I find Easter eggs so hard because I feel like we got so burned after all the Reputation Easter eggs that now I'm like, I'm kind of over the Easter eggs, you guys. Like, we're looking into everything maybe a little too much. Like, we're going too crazy with it. But I do feel like there is a lot of Easter eggs in The Summer I Turned Pretty that, like, actually makes sense. And there is one that I've seen pointed out a bit where it looks like it's a painting of Conrad maybe with like 2 boys, or maybe that was Adam with the 2 boys. But people keep saying this painting is popping up and we don't really know what it means yet. Or is it like foreshadowing Belly and Conrad with kids? We don't know.
You have to show me the painting.
Or is it just a painting?
Might
And is it
be a
just
painting.
Adam with his kids?
Yeah.
Like, how do we know it's Conrad?
I don't know.
All I
So,
know
you
is
said next week you think we're getting bachelorette parties, maybe something like that.
I'm guessing. I feel like we're going to be in the tail end of the wedding planning. I mean, I feel like we're going to get this tasting because it was mentioned. And I think we're going to get like the lead up to the wedding. So bachelorette parties, maybe rehearsal dinner. I don't know. I think stuff is going to start to come up now.
Yeah.
I think that these lies will be uncovered or start to. I think everything's just going to start to unravel starting next week because we got Conrad's POV and him lusting after Belly. And then we got Belly's POV and her uncovering, you know, these feelings for Conrad. So now it needs to combust. That's the next step in the process. So I think that's what's going to happen next week.
Do you think the wedding actually happens, or do you think she calls it off before the actual ceremony happens?
Well, I read the book.
Well, they could change it, right?
Yeah, they could change it.
Okay.
Well,
don't tell me what the book says.
I don't think the wedding happens. You know why? Not just because of the book. We saw the wedding dress in the shop. If you see the wedding dress, you're either not getting married in that wedding dress and there's a switch up at the end, or you're not getting married.
Wow.
That's the rules of television.
They wouldn't have shown us the wedding dress if
They
she was
wouldn't
going to
have.
walk down the aisle to it. Wow, that's a good
They
theory.
wouldn't have. And it doesn't feel like she's getting another dress. It doesn't feel like Laurel's going to pop up with another dress. Like, we already did that with the Deb ball. Laurel is still barely supporting this wedding. Like, no one's showing up with a dress. So that's why she's not getting married.
You know what I just thought about? If Jeremiah was never going to pay off that credit card, he could have just got her a dress on that credit card, bought her a nice ring on that credit card.
Exactly.
What is this guy doing? What a goof.
Exactly. Like, it's not about that he can't afford the ring. It's about that he does all these other stupid things, but doesn't do anything for Belly.
Ridiculous.
And I'm not saying he should have like bought a really expensive ring and like not paid it off, but if you're going to do that anyways, do it for her.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited. Excited to see what happens.
I
Excited to
really
see if we
feel
get this
like-
wedding.
I feel like next week is going to be a huge app, and it's just going to be huge from here on out. Like, now we are, you know, halfway in, a little over halfway, because we have 11 apps, and I just think it's going to be like insane from here on out.
For sure.
I'm ready for it. Bring on the drama. I feel like we're really going to get into the drama now. And I need them all together. I think that's what's going to happen. Is everyone's going to be in Cousins for wedding festivities and for this wedding. And that's where the drama really comes in and where everyone's interacting. It's going to be good. It's going to be good stuff. I'm ready.
I can't wait.
I can't wait. Well, thank you all so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed all of our thoughts and opinions on episode 6. Be sure to check back every week as we're covering The Summer I Turned Pretty, and follow us on social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at previously_teen TV. We also have The Summer I Turned Pretty merch on our Etsy shop. I'm currently wearing my This Is 100% Your Look, Connie Baby. You can get that on our Etsy shop, previously on Teen TV. Thanks for listening.
Bye.